The menu is an inherently disposable thing. It tells us what a restaurant has to offer and for what price. When the menu items change or the prices change, the menu becomes worthless. Until decades later, when three fat stoner neckbeards figure out that you can use the nostalgia that exists for old fast food menus to create yet another episode of Deep Fat Fried!
Deep Fat Fried!
2022 will be the year that we literally drown you in content. 156 standard 30-minute episodes of Deep Fat Fried, 52 long-form episodes of Deep Fat Fried, 37 episodes of Dank D&D, live episodes of Onion Nuggets every Wednesday, new Cinema for Cynics reviews, Fighting Boys, Abandon Hope, Hideology, Ask Hollywood Love, and The Grease Trap. And even if you manage to watch it all, we still have a massive back catalog of old content that's going to blow your mind. We have got metric tons of old commentaries, grease traps, mountains of Deep Fat Fried episodes. We've got oceans of flash fries. We got valleys of Abandon Hope and Hideology and other miscellaneous content you could watch for weeks, if not months, straight. And with all this content, both new and old, we have realized that it is time to simplify our Patreon. Yes! Right now, our Patreon is split into a $10 tier and a $5 tier. Now, this has long aggrieved us because our philosophy in this company is that simplicity is best. How do we create so much content? We keep it simple. We keep it streamlined. We commit to a process, and we constantly fine-tune that process. Anything that wastes time, we get rid of. Having two patron tiers is not in line with our philosophy. So, we've decided to unify into a single tier at the price point of $7. Join the Pessimist Productions Patreon today, because we are looking very forward to entertaining you all in 2022.
Ring, TJ.
Low effort, TJ.
What is this episode?
Low effort, low energy, garbage episode.
Let's do an episode on menus.
Nostalgia bomb, Scotty. Look at what these places used to offer. Look at how cheap it
I
want to
see how terrible these places are, TJ, or how great they are. I don't care what their menus were.
The menu, Scotty. Start with McDonald's because it's the most famous place on the face of the earth. Largest restaurant ever.
Unfortunately.
Most prosperous restaurant in history. By far. Probably never going to be topped. In 1940, McDonald's was founded by Richard and Maurice McDonald. In 1955, Ray Kroc showed up and through a series of fucked up Machiavellian schemes, stole the company from the two brothers who created it.
By the way, I don't know how true it is, but the movie The Founder pretty much covers that entire...
I'm taking it as gospel truth that everything in The Founder is 100% accurate.
I wouldn't do that, but
that's what I'm doing.
It does tell the tale. If you guys are interested in that, and
that's a good fucking movie. Michael Keaton's a great actor. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, he plays Ray Kroc.
So here is an early McDonald's menu. Now, McDonald's when it first opened was actually when it opened in 1940 was a barbecue place. I could have pulled that menu. I didn't really feel like that was really a true McDonald's though.
Yeah,
I wanted to pull their original like fast food hamburger chain menu. And that's pretty much this. So they had 9 menu items, right? These are the 9 items on the original McDonald's drive-in menu. No, don't even have the drive-through yet. Just a drive-in like a Sonic or something.
Well, that's how it used to be. Like it used to be like in the like I think it opened like what the 50s or like the 40s, right?
This is in the 40s. This menu.
So like people used to drive up and it was like car hops and stuff, and like the idea of like someone would bring you your food, and it was kind of convenient, but you were still kind of eating in your car, but it was still kind of like you have plates and shit. It wasn't really fast food; just wasn't quite there yet in America.
Yeah, and look how we use U.S. government inspected beef only. That was back when people like trusted the government, kind of, That was back when like the government looked at this, so it's good, right? So pure beef hamburger, 15 cents. Tempting cheeseburger, 19 cents. Triple thick shakes.
Triple thick, not even double thick, triple thick, 20
Triple
cents.
fucking thick, Scotty, 20 cents. Golden French fries, 10 cents. Thirst quenching Coke, 10 cents. Delightful root beer, 10 cents. Steaming hot coffee, 10 cents. Full flavor orange drink. Pretty much the only thing not on the McDonald's menu anymore, by the way, 10 cents.
Dude, I would roll through an old school McDonald's and just be like, I'll take the menu, please.
Just give me the menu.
I would like one of each on the menu, please. In fact,
here's $1.
In fact, make it
Take care of
2
me.
tempting cheeseburgers, if you would, and then one of everything else. Thank
I
you.
love how adjective heavy it is. You know what I mean?
The
I like
triple
how everything
thick
has
shake
to have
thing.
a fucking descriptor, you know?
Pure beef hamburger.
I love
a
it.
Tempting cheeseburger.
Yeah. Everything is like, I mean, and it's perfect. Oh my God, man. We've been sold down the river. I bet this McDonald's tasted amazing too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure the quality of beef puts the beef we eat today to shame. The patties were probably more respectably sized. I mean, McDonald's never had a huge patty, but
Not to mention, though, this is a simple-ass menu.
9 items, yeah.
How do you get confused with this one? Do you want a hamburger or a hamburger?
You want a hamburger? You want a cheeseburger? You want some fries?
Yeah, you want a Coke? You want a root beer? You want coffee?
Most
Or
of
you
the
want a
menu,
shake? What the fuck do you want?
most of the menu is drinks. There's only actually 3 food items on the whole menu.
Perfect.
I would feel remiss too without mentioning how prescient the art on this menu is. It shows a bunch of vaguely human shapes standing in sharp relief to the glowing altar that is the McDonald's, and all kind of like walking up to genuflect at the altar. You know what I mean? It just kind of like presages what this place was going to be.
Behold, this is your God.
Come,
now.
child. Worship before the altar of McDonald's.
So let's talk about some changes to the menu, because obviously this is a very simple menu. Do you know what the first big shakeup to the menu was?
What?
It was not the Big Mac. I would have said they probably rolled out the Big Mac.
Was it the
I would have said
Filet-O-Fish?
chicken nuggets.
It was the Filet-O-Fish.
Ugh.
That was the
Gross.
first big change they made to the menu. 1962, they introduced the Filet-O-Fish at the introductory price of 24 cents.
That's pretty a hefty price, though. On that menu.
1962 prices. I mean, all those 10-cent prices.
No,
and
I'm
shit, that was
going.
from the
I'm
40s.
going
This
by
is-
today's prices, man. I can't judge
okay.
this no other way. And
I
I'm
gotcha.
starting to feel a little. You know what I mean? Starting to feel the gouge now.
The reason that the Filet-O-Fish came out was because Lent, basically. The McDonald's was tired of losing business during Lent. They were tired of losing Catholic business because people would be like, I'm not eating beef or whatever. So they were trying to figure out some way to get them to eat. Ray Kroc was like, let them eat it. We'll make them a pineapple sandwich.
Yeah.
No one wanted the pineapple sandwich, you know?
They did a test, and I think 2 people ordered the pineapple sandwich. Everyone was like, give me the fish.
So a few years later in 1967, they introduced the Big Mac for
45 cents?
Yeah.
They were made of money?
Made with 2 freshly ground patties, tangy melted cheese, crisp lettuce, pickle, and our own special sauce. Only 45 cents, Scotty.
Getting a little steep, TJ.
Getting a little steep for you.
Now,
Huh?
29 cents. I can, they got that coupon. I can afford that.
Little rich for your blood, huh, bucko?
Man,
so
yeah,
here's
there's the price creep, man. I'm not impressed. See, this is starting to look like a shittier menu. It's starting to look more diversified and like.
So this is a menu from 1971, or around about 1971. You see that there's
What
another
happened
item.
to the tempting cheeseburger, TJ? What happened to the refreshing Coke?
It's gone, Paul. It's gone.
What
It's been replaced
happened,
with-
TJ, to the
I don't know.
golden French fries and the triple thick shakes, TJ? What happened? Where have they gone?
Well, Ray Kroc did away with the triple thick shakes. He moved into like a powder formula.
Yeah, he replaced them with that weird powder shit.
You know what? That sounds like a crock of shit to me, Scotty.
A Ray Kroc. of
well,
shit.
look, I didn't write the freaking.
So-
I don't know the actual history. I've seen a movie.
By this
if the movie's
time-
right, then
By this time, a new menu item had been added. You got probably notice it right here at the very top of the menu.
Oh,
Quarter
yeah.
pounders.
That's what I always get, dude.
Quarter pounder with cheese, quarter pounder without cheese. You got the Big Mac. You got the Filet-O-Fish.
Damn, the quarter pounder is more than the Big
Cheeseburger.
Mac.
Yep.
The Big Mac was more than the quarter pounder, though, if you get it without cheese.
Yeah.
Well, I
That
was good with
cheese
cheese
was
though.
10 cents, though. If you got that quarter pounder without cheese, it was actually cheaper than a Big Mac.
Yep.
Ugh, no.
Cheeseburger still on the menu. Hamburger, milk, large order of fries, small fries.
Man, I'll tell you what, the prices have
apple
gone through
pie,
the roof, though,
coffee,
TJ.
hot chocolate, shakes.
We're talking like 10 cents back in the day. Look, now we're at 70 cents. You're almost having to reach in and spend a couple dollars.
Yeah, I know. It's getting
What's going on here,
crazy.
TJ? Hot chocolate, 15 cents? A Coke, 20 cents?
So in 1972, actually, let's see. Are we ready for that? Yeah. We introduce the Egg McMuffin.
Look at that big, generous pat of butter melting on that Egg McMuffin.
I know, right? Canadian bacon, cheese, fried egg on a toasted English muffin.
You mean Freedom Bacon?
Freedom bacon.
Yeah, Freedom Bacon, cheese.
Freaking.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling
so
you, this looks like it was way better back in the day as well.
It probably was. The Egg McMuffin was created by Herb Patterson of Santa Barbara, California in 1972 and added to the national menu in 1975. It originally sold for 63 cents.
I think I made of money.
Poppycock.
So the next item that McDonald's introduced was the Happy Meal.
This was
79.
big. This was a big look for McDonald's. Who did this? Do you know who came up with this one?
I don't know who came up with it, and honestly, I was unable to find what the initial price of a Happy Meal was.
Oh, really?
Whoever thought about this, like, let's get kids addicted to this salty, greasy shit by throwing a fucking cheap shit box toy that's gonna break on the first day in with it. You know what I mean? And then charging a premium price because the package is like fun for the kid too.
I do know the first ever, because one of the things about Happy Meals is they do these big promotional crossover events with like movies and shit that come out.
Yeah.
I do know the first movie that they ever did a crossover with.
What is it?
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Really?
They did a happy. There's a Happy Meal scene in that.
Sounds cool, dude.
Yeah, they did a fucking Star Trek: The Motion Picture Happy
Not
Meal.
the best Star Trek movie, but still, like, that's most of the movies they do now are just
is
like.
that the one where they go back in time or whatever?
That is the one where the Voyager probe returns to Earth as V'ger and has. I don't know.
It has sentience or whatever. Okay,
it's actually a pretty shitty
up.
movie. It's actually really shitty and boring, and it doesn't really have much of a Star
it's
Trek
slow,
feel.
it's slow as hell.
They tried to basically make Star Trek into 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it really kind of sucks.
Oh, okay.
But-
Yeah. I remember which one you're talking about now. I've seen them all. I just get them fucking mixed up because a lot of them are really bad and interchangeable.
Yeah, they totally are.
Agreed.
Even as a Star Trek fan, I can admit that. So in 1981, they rolled out the ultimate fucking sandwich, the Mcrib.
This thing is
The
fucking
ultimate
disgusting.
sandwich, Paul.
Based on pork prices too, TJ. That's really what
The
it's based on.
McRib.
When they have more access to pork, TJ, that's when the McRib usually comes out.
The McRib initially was a product of a partnership between McDonald's and the pork industry.
Yep.
The pork industry was like, we need to fucking sell more pork. Can you help us?
Like,
And
of course,
McDonald's is like, fuck yeah, we can. So they introduced the McRib, and people rushed these stores to try the McRib. But unfortunately, very few of them came back because most of them decided, like you guys have, the McRib is a piece of shit. They're like, this is gross. We don't like it.
Agreed.
So in 1985, they discontinued the McRib, but then they realized that the McRib had enough fans that if they brought it back every so often, they could just like drum a bunch of business as people come back and like, yeah, the McRib. And then people realize, oh, the McRib sucks.
This is actually, even though I am a detractor of the McRib, I'm not a fan. I do think that this is yet another brilliant marketing strategy by McDonald's. Introduce something.
Yeah.
Like, because how many of these places like introduce something and it doesn't do as well as they thought it would do or whatever. Some people liked it, but most people hated it. And it just disappears forever from the menu. But not McDonald's. McDonald's is like, you know what? We'll continue milking those few 15, 20% of people that actually liked the McRib by making it this exclusive thing that we bring back once in a while. And we'll work with the pork industry. When they got a surplus, we got McRibs. Oh my God. Dude, the capitalistic fucking spider's web of that actually makes my tiny little American dick hard a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. As a McRib detractor, the first time I had it was when they did a promotion with the Flintstones movie. I can tell you, even then, as much as I hate the sandwich, it tasted better back when I was a kid. Not just like nostalgia, like it was just higher quality. Now the McRib, every time I've tasted it since then, because I usually get one just to torture myself.
It
just gets worse and worse and worse every time.
So, by the way, Paul, we're in your lifetime now. 1981 also saw the release of a much more successful menu item, the chicken.
Fuck yeah, dude.
McNuggets.
I was waiting for this one.
It rolled out in 1981,
yes.
and then it rolled out nationally in
Like, what age did
1983.
kids start getting like teeth where they could eat a McNugget?
Probably like four or five.
three. No, they can like probably three.
Three?
Three.
I don't
Two
know.
or
You couldn't
three.
chop up,
Yeah.
you couldn't chop up some
Here you go.
nuggets for a 1-year-old, man?
No, man, you probably won't.
Here you go.
Can't hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
I hear it, but it's left justified.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Oh, you have shitty headphones, right?
Yeah, just go ahead and play it.
So if you guys don't, if you have shitty headphones like Scotty, you might not hear anything right now.
It's one of those old mono commercials that nobody's bothered to fucking update.
Yeah, I mean, it's a terrible commercial anyway.
Dude, whoever came up with this product though is a goddamn genius. It really is. It's like, how do you get picky people to eat chicken? And like, you don't like bones? No problem. There's no bones in this. No bones about it, right, Paul?
Yeah.
That's right.
So here is a McDonald's menu from the 80s.
This is very...
You notice it's gotten a lot more complicated.
Damn, look at those prices.
Yeah, the prices in the 80s, man. Well, they had to fucking cash in because everybody had money in the 80s, man.
So you see the Chicken McNuggets. A lot of times their most recent menu item, they put at the very top of the menu, I've noticed. So Chicken McNuggets, I think that says 4-piece is $130. I think that's 6-piece is $190. 20-piece is $390.
Yeah, there you go. 20 piece for sure.
The Big Mac is up to $135. The quarter pounder with cheese is $140.
Excuse me, $1.40? What do they think? I am made of money, TJ.
Filet-O-Fish you could still get for under $1. Hamburger and cheeseburger, I think they're 55 cents a piece.
Yeah,
or maybe that's 55 and 65 respectively. It's kind of hard to see. It's not the greatest quality image.
Now they got cookies and shit though. Like their dessert menu has gotten a lot bigger.
And their breakfast menu is expanded greatly. You got the sausage McMuffin with egg, etc. You got the deluxe breakfast and all that shit.
Dude, the deluxe breakfast was the shit back in the day. I tell you what, I would get more often than I would like to admit. We would go to McDonald's like before I went to school.
Yeah,
and I'd get a fucking breakfast that way. You know what I mean? That's how my breakfast came. And dude, it was so good. Dude, that deluxe breakfast came with 2 flapjacks with a big old mound of butter on it, 2 sausages, scramby eggs, and then there was one other thing. What am I missing?
There's a biscuit.
Did they have a hash brown back then?
Biscuit, hash brown.
Yeah, biscuit or a hash brown. Yeah,
if you got the special one, there was like a pancake with it too.
Well, there was 2 pancakes. The deluxe came with 2 pancakes. It was like the pancake breakfast.
Now the other one they had
They had the big breakfast,
but I don't know if they had the big breakfast.
I don't know if this exists yet.
I don't think that existed yet.
But here's one that's definitely
dude,
of our childhoods right here.
The Monopoly game, dude.
Yeah.
The fucking Monopoly game drove people insane.
Another brilliant marketing tool.
Yeah, in the documentary, you see how like it was actually rigged by a bunch of people.
The whole Monopoly game was rigged by a bunch of like mafia guys. It's pretty funny. So yeah, I mean, like this is the
and the super size, dude.
Oh yeah, large or
TJ goes in there. Oh, go ahead, give me number 1. Sir, would you like that super size? Of course, give me a super size.
Look, you got the big and tasty over there. That's not around anymore.
Yeah, the big and tasty was neither really all that big nor all that tasty. If I remember. Like in comparison to their normal stuff, it was not great. So the big.
This is how McDonald's menus looked when I was a kid.
Yeah,
this is like
exactly
super colorful, super bright, fucking pictures.
And you can really see the
evolution.
It's kind of interesting too. You kind of see the evolution of the menu, where it was just very basic. Like here's the information, and now you just see it becoming a marketing tool more and more.
Yeah, I mean, it went from 9.
And now we have screens. Now it's like everything's a screen where they can just change whatever they want.
Well, look at how they put
like 9 items to like so many items.
And look how they put, and the color scheme too is definitely like thoughtful, right? Like it's not just like random colors. Like they put the kid stuff down in the bottom left with those like pastel colors to draw the eyes, so the kids want to beg the mom to get the fucking Happy Meal and shit because they got whatever toy.
Yeah.
See, my childhood was kind of a blend.
Stuff. Here's all your little
with
Pooh Bear
kids,
things.
it's visual for everyone, but for kids, it's just like the food is whatever. It's like, what toy do you want?
Look at your toy.
Then, of course, the
You're gonna
adults
get your
want to do
Pooh
the
Bear
gambling.
toy.
Like, so you have like, it's all color coded too. The newest taste is red. Beverages are blue like water. Dessert is like it's purple. I don't know why the fuck it's purple. But then the sandwiches and the other items are all in orange,
purple
except
is
for the salad.
Decadent royal fucking color, dude. That's where you get your decadence from right there in the dessert. It's just ridiculous. The amount of fucking like studying human beings like chimps in a lab that went on to evolve that early menu where it was just so simple and appealing to this.
Triple thick milk.
I'll tell you the first thing, if I look at this menu, the first thing I see is nothing to actually do with the food. It's a Monopoly game. It's like, oh man, I can win something. So I'm instantly hooked just based on that.
Tantalizing cheese.
And then my second thought is like, what would I actually order from this menu? I used to get the 2 cheeseburger combo. That's what I always used to get as a kid.
That's what I still get to this day.
To this day.
Yep. That's my McDonald's order. I get the 2 cheeseburger combo, and if I'm feeling saucy, I throw in a 3rd cheeseburger. You know what I mean?
Here's a modern day McDonald's menu.
Garbage. The prices, I mean, they've just got out of their fucking minds.
It's way more minimalistic. It's way more
well,
like, you don't even
like, look, dude, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Shit was getting crazy in the 90s with how fucking like
it was time to scale back.
Yeah.
It's time to pull back.
The 90s was when it was the best time. The economy was booming. McDonald's was booming. Now we got this, I don't know, scuttlebutt menu here.
Limited time collab, the Saweetie meal.
I think that's like some kind of like K-pop band or whatever. They've done like a lot of these successful. So now they're like less, you can tell they're not selling kids the toys anymore because that just doesn't, kids don't want a little plastic piece of shit toy anymore and they can't give away a cell phone. Yeah. So they've moved on to teenagers now. And they've actually been really super successful at marketing these deals. Dude, these things fucking sell out and shit. Saweetie, the I don't even know anything about that fucking shit. But I know they cleaned up on this meal.
And look at these little bundle ups here. Like, oh yeah, buy a meal for 2 people. Like the 2
I like
per
these
too.
I have all these apps because, like, I occasionally eat fast food, and like I always go on the apps like, okay, what deals they have? They almost always have some deal now where it's like you save money if you get this. Like, if you buy this, you get a free Happy Meal, or you get a free 10-piece nuggets or whatever. So it's like now it's all about like the deal.
Well, let's take a look at some non-McDonald's ones. So Burger King, you might not know this, but Burger King actually started as Insta Burger and then became Insta Burger King.
I know all about Burger King.
And then became just Burger King.
I just don't know why it's even placed beside McDonald's.
Free pony ride for the kiddies through Monday, all over Florida, and now in Orlando. Insta Burger King grand opening.
Burger King started in Florida, I believe.
An economical self-service operation, no waiting and no tipping. You save 2 ways. See for yourself. Large, juicy beef burgers and thick, creamy shakes. This is an early Insta Burger King advertisement. Here is an early advertisement for the Whopper. Ever tasted a Burger King Whopper?
Rip off.
Actual
Disgusting.
size. Look at that.
I don't know, man.
The actual size, bro.
I'm going to step in here and tell you right now, old school Burger King back in the 80s and early 90s and shit was fucking capital L, capital E, capital G, lowercase I, capital T, legit. The
I
Whopper
will
was
never
the king of
get
the
slap.
The Whopper was the king of the goddamn fast food burgers in the 80s and 90s.
Here is this. You can see this at the Burger King Museum in Miami, Florida. This is a very early menu from the 50s, maybe early 60s.
The king was always creepy.
Yeah, he was never
It's
not
good to know
creepy.
that wasn't just like an ironic campaign. They probably just went back and they were like, "Well, oh wow, oh god, man, the mascot."
So what's the core of our business? Oh, creepiness.
Absolutely soul crushing creepiness. Yeah, he looks like
the Whopper
a creep.
here. Point is 45 cents. Hamburger you can get for 19.
Because it looks like the real center of like his presence there is his cock and balls.
Yeah,
Your
he's got
eye-
a giant.
it looks like he's trying.
Odd piece.
He's trying to show off his bulge. You know, what a fucking.
Yeah, he's like, check out my big bull.
I'll tell you one thing I like about, even though I hate Burger King, one thing I like about this, simple fucking menu. You don't have
True.
these simple menus anymore, except the 90s menus. Those were good menus.
I mean, menus definitely have gotten a lot more complicated. I mean, like back then, it was like you have one side for your food: hamburger, cheeseburger, hot dog, French fries, and then artier to beverages: coffee, milkshake, giant shake, soft drink, giant soft drink, and milk. You know. Oh, and you get the fish sandwich too. Fish steak sandwich for 45 cents.
Keep that shit, dude.
That's weird.
Keep that fish steak sandwich.
Yeah, I don't want that. How about Taco Bell?
Now you're talking.
So the original Taco Bell menu is also shockingly simple. And almost none of this stuff is still on the Taco Bell menu. In fact,
Holy shit, it was $19, TJ?
it's 19 cents.
$19?
You get frijoles, 19 cents. Tostados, 19 cents. Chili burger, 19 cents. Burritos. That's like the green chili and the red chili burritos. You can barely see the distinction there, but it is vaguely there. Everything's 19 cents. Tacos, 19 cents. Everything's freaking 19 cents.
They made it easy, dude. It's like, how much is it? 19 cents.
I like
And you
this.
got
I know about
for
the burger,
drinks.
though. That chili burger, that's probably
Yeah.
kind of sus over there.
it probably is, and there's a reason that that doesn't exist anymore, I'm sure. But yeah, this is the Taco Bell menu in 1965. About 2 years after it was founded in 1962 by Glenn Bell. This is one of the very first actually franchised locations of Taco Bell. You see, they have a guy in a sombrero and a fucking
And a
jackass.
burro. Yeah.
Yeah, a burro. Yeah. So here's the menu in 1968.
They
Years
have
later.
some fine young Mexican gentleman with no shoes on.
Yeah, it says here, fast, friendly service, delicious, authentic Mexican food.
Well, they lied about that.
Here's the Taco Bell 5. You get tacos, tostadas, burritos, frijoles, and the chili burger is still around.
Wow.
All 25 cents.
Price hike.
All 25 cents.
Look at that. Any combination of 8 food items for $1.50 with this coupon.
Wow.
Damn. That's
Think about that. You go in there with
loaded
$1.50,
up.
be like, take 2 burritos, 2 tacos, and a chili burger.
And you know what,
Boom.
guys? People were skinnier back than they are now. Explain that shit to me, dude.
I don't know, Scotty. I don't know. You guys ready for some real nostalgia, though?
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Look at that.
Oh, God,
Like,
it's beautiful.
Man.
Damn, dude.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
like
gotta
those
tingle
prices,
way
too.
down deep, man.
3
Oh.
crunchy taco supremes, $4.99. Yeah, it sounds good.
so this is the Taco Bell menu in the 90s.
Mexican pizza can't even get that anymore, dude.
Look how fucking appealing looking that menu fucking is, man. And that font, that classic Taco Bell fucking font, man.
Let you know that you were getting something from a little bit south of the border. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, just a little bit.
Man, you
Little
know what?
smidgen, little tiny
Look how
step
beefy the
across that
tacos look.
quota.
See, we just gradually accept less and less, dude. Shrinkflation here, TJ. Because look, they wouldn't even. There's no way you get that much meat now. It's a fucking fantasy. I mean, I know
Oh
that's
my
not
God,
the
those
idea.
are stacked, bro. Yeah, everything
There's no way
was
you get that
too.
much now.
The
Everything
Mexican
was stacked
pizza, that's
back in the day.
gone. You don't even have that no more. That's not even an option for you.
Yeah,
The Crunch Wrap
I
Supreme gets
actually
brought
loved
back.
the Mexican pizza. That was a big betrayal for me when they took that because that
Yeah, they
was
stabbed you in the heart.
because if you look, it's the Mexican pizza and you get 2 tacos with it. It's like
Oh,
it was like one of the
And a
biggest. It was like one of the biggest meals, like for the amount of calories that you got, you know, on the list. So of course I loved it because
I used to get the grande
they were
meals.
big, man. They weren't like hubcap size, but those Mexican pizzas were a good fucking. They were big.
and they're like this big,
They were good too.
like that.
Yeah,
Pretty
like
fucking good. I mean, they got kind of messy, but whatever, you know. Like, bring that shit back, Taco Bell. What the fuck is wrong
yeah.
with you?
Bring back that
Hey,
Mexican
you
pizza,
get
you
10
asshole.
tacos, soft tacos, or bean burritos. That's perfect for me, dude.
You motherfuckers suck balls. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Well, the double decker taco, TJ. How about that one?
That was on the menu at this time, but that's not
Yeah.
that's not a combo meal though.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah, those
It's
fuckers,
gone.
they stole it from me.
But yeah, them 3 crunchy or soft taco meal is still my go-to if I got to do some Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just get the regular tacos over there. So thankfully they're still around.
So this is Pete's Super Submarines, a restaurant that would eventually become Subway. It was actually founded by a 17-year-old named Fred DeLuca and financed by Peter Buck in 1965. Started in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The restaurant was renamed Subway 2 years later, and a franchise operation began in 1974 with a second restaurant in Wallingford, Connecticut. So it took quite a while for it to become a franchised thing, but became Subway pretty quick. Took a while for Subway to really catch on, but when it did, it was like wildfire. The earliest Subway menu we could actually find was only from the 80s, though. So this is a takeout menu, basically like a little sampler menu from like the 1980s.
Yeah.
And it's really not all that different than what we see today. I mean, they got a lot of the same stuff, BMT, Subway Club, tuna. I don't think they have a seafood and crab anymore. That sounds pretty gross.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely wasn't got to be the most suspect thing
And you
on
can
that
see
menu.
all these, like, and remember, like, this is the 80s, and they had a long campaign of, like, the $5 foot long. And you can see here, it's already kind of creeping towards that with some of the items. Like, it's not far off being $5 already. And some are actually over. The seafood and crab one was actually over $5.
Yeah, so, but this was before the $5 foot long deal was a thing or anything. Most of the footlongs at that point are actually in the
shows you what happened to the quality of Subway.
Yeah, the
too.
spicy Italian, it was good. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same shit they've got today. I remember Subways were always the same too. It was always like that lineup thing where you pick what you want on your sandwich.
Yeah.
Yep. They brag about baking their own bread, which I guess they still do.
They
kind
do.
of. But yeah, they call it the fresh alternative. I mean, there's really not much has changed. It's not even really. It's just the only thing that's changed pretty much has been the prices and probably the quality of the fucking
lower quality and probably more gimmicky items. I mean, I think they have like flatbread and a few other items they've added over the years, but not much is for a fast food menu for like 30, 40 years. It's hardly any change.
For a lot of these places, it's really hard to find the original menus because a lot of them, when they start, they're not big chains or anything.
Right.
But I was able to find the original menu for Sonic. Nope. Where's the fucking Sonic
That's Pizza
menu?
Hut.
Hold on. God damn it. I fucking guess I didn't pull the Sonic menu right.
Man,
Oh my
TJ.
God, TJ.
Man, I found the original Sonic menu, guys. I was excited, TJ. I'm like, you know what, man? Cool. I get to see the original Sonic menu. Took that away from
Sorry.
me, TJ. Took that away from all of us, in
I'm
fact.
trying to find it.
Gee, there's people at home right now. You know what they're doing, TJ? They're crying, TJ. Because you betrayed them.
Is that it? That's not it. Oh,
It's
yeah.
not
It
it.
is. That actually
Is it?
Yeah, it is it.
Is that it?
Here. Boop.
When did Sonic even start?
1957.
1957. Okay.
So one thing you'll notice is that Sonic also has the Whopper. But but their Whopper is a fish sandwich. So which actually makes kind of more sense. It says that didn't get away. You get it?
The Whopper that
You know?
didn't get away, right? So they actually
Right.
caught it and cooked it up, right? Yeah.
But they had the foot long coney right off of that, right out of the bat. Regular coney, hot dog on a stick, or sorry, corn dog on a stick.
Ooh,
I
Frito
don't even
chili.
think you can get
pie.
a corn dog at Sonic anymore.
You can.
I think you can.
Can
yeah.
you?
Absolutely, you can. Yep.
Oh.
Chili pie, Sonic's famous onion rings,
TJ, you go to Sonic more than either of us. Is
tater
this-
tots, French fries.
I think this is all still on the menu, isn't it?
The Whopper is no longer on the menu.
Okay, the
for
Whopper.
obvious
All right,
fucking
well,
reasons.
yeah, sure, the Whopper. I mean,
Their hamburgers are very different at this point. This is not how they do the hamburgers.
Yeah, I've been a couple of times over the last few years, and they've got like the double bacon type of hamburgers now.
Yeah, I mean, but if you go across the country,
And they've definitely expanded
you're
out
going to
their
see
drink
more
menu.
Sonics than you're going to see almost anything else in the fucking world. Like, I mean, at this point,
Sonic
you
is
see more
basically-
Sonic than McDonald's at this point if you travel across America, especially in small towns.
It's turned into
Yes.
like a drink selling place now. Like Sonic is
yeah,
really
that's
like
true.
it's super expanded its like beverage menu to include like 3 different kinds of smoothies and frosties and shakes and
I think they said there's like 1,400 different combinations of drinks you can do at Sonic because of all the syrups and stuff they have available for you.
yeah.
So, I mean, like, yeah, it's
oh,
like
dude, Sonic is big shit, dude.
you can super customize your drink order.
Taylor's is from a small town, and when they opened up the Sonic there, it was literally like celebration in the town.
That's because, dude,
like, so it's a big
When
deal.
I was
especially in
driving-
like really small fucking towns.
when I drove through America most recently
America.
to go to Colorado, every shithole Texas town that I drove through that seemed like it had a population of like 10 people had a fucking Sonic.
Mhm.
They all had Sonics. even the most dilapidated, shitty town that looks like it was falling apart, that you wouldn't even imagine anybody even lives in anymore, they always had a Sonic. Sonic is just everywhere in this country. This is an original Pizza Hut menu, or it's not original, but it's a very early Pizza Hut menu. I think this Pizza Hut menu is from, let me see if I have
it looks like
1962.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the animation style, it looks like early 70s or 60s cartoons looked. So.
Yeah. This is from 1962. You can see that a large like sausage pizza is $2.
$2?
Large supreme pizza is $2.50.
I mean, with inflation and shit, this is like way more, but
you can get beer, you can get pop, you can get milk, you can get coffee, you can carry out, you can dine in.
That was a crazy thing. I have distinct memories as a kid going to Pizza Hut, and it was more like a pizza parlor type of thing rather than just a to-go place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could get like a pitcher
around that.
Like my parents would go, they'd get a pitcher of beer. You know what I mean? And split it. We would all get like refillable drinks that you could go get as many as you wanted. And then the centerpiece was the big old fucking pizza pie that they brought right out to
pizza pie.
Out to your fucking table with a.
I don't know what the fuck this guy is supposed to be. Is he supposed to be a cowboy? What
is
he?
Giving you your pizza.
He's an Italian. He's an Italian guy, dude. Obviously.
Okay. Oh well, then I guess he looks right then. I got two more menus for you. So this is a 1980 Popeyes menu.
Leaning really heavy on the Popeye connection.
I know exactly what this is.
And
cool.
You see all of the Popeyes characters. None of these characters were licensed by Popeyes. They just stole them. Yeah. Did Olive Oil also always have a fucking giant tumor on her chin, by the way? What's going on there?
That's like it's supposed to be her nose.
I know, but it's very weirdly placed.
Yeah, it is.
I think these are more based on the original Popeyes comics designs, because they're clearly not from like the cartoon.
And so if we asked Galen, he calls it Popeyes.
Popeyes is what he calls it.
Calls it Pie Pies? Okay.
Go down to Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Yeah, that's what he calls
Damn,
Popeyes.
you get 24 pieces of chicken for $9.19.
Yep.
24.
24-piece chicken bucket.
Something's livers and gizzards definitely not on the menu now. Clam dinner, I have no.
You can get the livers and gizzards dinner for just $1.79, Scotty, and it comes with your choice of rice dressing in a roll or French fries in a roll. So they didn't have biscuits back then; they had rolls, Scotty.
Yeah, they had beans, which I don't think they have beans anymore. Rice dressing. No.
They didn't got. One thing I noticed is here is they don't got no fucking mashed potatoes and gravy, which is a fucking
and then corn on the cob. They still have peppers. I don't think they have those. Maybe corn dog. Definitely not chicken taco. No.
The final menu we're gonna look at here is from KFC from the 1960s.
The Colonel, boy.
You got the little Colonel fucking drawing here.
Boring menu for a boring shit box of a restaurant.
Yep. Chicken dinner. You can get a 3-piece large chicken dinner, potatoes, crackling gravy, tangy coleslaw, and hot rolls for $1.15.
That's cheap.
If you want to feed your whole family, feeds 5 to 7 hungry people, 15 pieces of chicken, crackling gravy, and hot rolls for just $3.75 back in the fucking 60s.
Nowadays that would feed like one person, maybe two. 5 to 7 people.
Yep.
Give me the barrel, dude.
Look at the barrel.
Yeah,
this
feeds 7 to 10 hungry people. 21 pieces of chicken, great for parties, picnics, and large families. And that's $4.95. You can get some fried livers for $1. You can get some fried gizzards for 60 cents. You get some shrimp dinners. They don't have no shrimp on their menu anymore. I checked. Got some other delicious
salads.
Get some salad, some coleslaw, some macaroni salad, some potatoes.
Crackling gravy? Yeah, give me some crackling gravy, boy.
You can get them potatoes fried, French fried, or you can get them whipped. Get you some whipped potatoes, Scotty.
It cost you $5 for 21 pieces of chicken? Damn.
Yeah, there you go.
That's cheap.
So, man, all these old fast food menus, man. You know, and in the search for these, I found some other really interesting menus. I saw, like, some menus from, like, the Titanic. I saw some menus from, like, the first class and second class and third class passengers on the Titanic and all that. I saw some other menus that are maybe of like historical significance. So if you guys are as fascinated by menus as I for some reason am, Let me know in the comments down below, and I can do a follow-up. It probably won't be fast food centered, but there's some other interesting old menus out there. Just a matter of whether you guys want to see that or not. Let me know. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Deep Fat Fried. Bye-bye.
Deep Fat Fried. Deep Fat Fried. Deep Fat Fried. Deep Fat Fried.